So I know it's been a minute, but got a new video coming up. Gonna be talking about where I've been, what's going on, all that good stuff. Got some Madden 23 talk and all that good stuff. So stay tuned. About to get into it. What's goody? What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy WhosManz. You already know what time it is. Before I get into it, like y'all just saw, hit that subscribe button and the bell. Um, obviously, if you haven't subbed to my channel, go ahead and do that. Hit the bell so you never miss an upload. If you do like this kind of content, um, hit that like button. If you don't, hit the dislike. If you don't like something, let me know what it is you don't like, how you think I can improve on it. In the background, I just got a full gameplay. This is something literally the first time I've played since the last time I've uploaded Madden. So it's been a hot minute. I'm super rusty with it, but anyway, um, shout out to all the people that have subbed since I haven't actually uploaded anything in a minute. Thank y'all for going through and watching everything. Means a lot. Seeing some of the comments, so I think I'll try and mess around with Madden 22 until 23 comes out. It'll be more for the stuff that comes out, the deep dives and all that other stuff. But for right now, like I said, I'm gonna just talk about where I've been, what's going on, and basically I haven't played Madden 22 in I don't know how long now, but mainly because the game to me right now it hasn't been fun all year. I mean, it's always been. I feel like they've had some improvements every year with certain things, but in general, the game just hasn't been that fun to me. So I just took a little break, mainly because I got through what I wanted to do in 22, which I think I'm going to do in 23, especially with seeing some of the stuff I've been seeing and the people that I feel like I kind of share the same opinions on the game with and what they've been talking about. But yeah, I took a break. I've been skateboarding a lot. My knee, is healed up, so I've been skating a lot more. Trying to work out again, and yeah, so that's where I've been on there. As far as what I want to do with the channel, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know what I want to do with the rest of 22 going on. Like I said, maybe I'll just do live comms until 23 comes out, and then like I said, talk about the stuff that 23 comes out with. But this game just wasn't that fun. A lot of bugs on defense, a lot of bugs on offense too. But yeah, so basically I'm gonna get into this Madden 23 talk, man. To me so far, 23, the stuff that I've seen and heard, because I don't have a beta, but the stuff that I've seen and heard sound pretty good. Obviously, there's some little things that people have talked about where I'm like, okay, I can see why you need, things to be adjusted just slightly, just a little skosh here and there. But it's good to hear that the pass rush is actually there, because I mean, there's absolutely no pass rush in this game, and watching all year of people just literally standing in the pocket for 7, 8 to 10 to 12, 20 seconds. I mean, this stuff is ridiculous. Quarterbacks never have that much time in the pocket unless, they max protect or something like that, and the defense only rushes 3. Usually you'll have a lot more time, but the average time a quarterback has to get rid of the ball before he gets hit is around 3 seconds, give or take. If it's 2.8 seconds to 3.1, somewhere around there. And you have entirely way too much time to throw the ball, which makes it easier to make. I'm gonna put air quotes on these reads, because you don't have to make reads. You can just, I mean, I don't know how many times I've heard people say, oh, I wasn't making a read. I was just staring this one guy down, or I know you're in a cover 3, so I'm just going to stare this post 70 yards downfield, when it's like you should I mean, in football, you can't just do that. You have to make reads. You have to make adjustments post snap. You know, pre snap and post snap. Man, it's not just deep bombs. You can't throw the ball 50 yards downfield every time. Sometimes you're gonna have to dink and dunk. You know, even the greatest show on turf, they had to throw underneath. They had to run the ball. They had to do screens. They had to do this and that. You can't just do bombs every single play, because your offense just won't work. But hearing that they increased the pass rush, that's not make a bad throw, but I have a linebacker on a wide receiver, so I guess I'll take that every time. But um, you know, if you make it to where people have to make reads, there's going to be a skill gap there automatically, because it's like if you don't know how to go through your progressions, you're going to struggle. If you know how to go through your progressions, you're not going to struggle. I should say as much. Because even if you go against somebody who blitzes very heavily, you have to know how to scheme around that. Um, and the offense that I'm running, I'm not going to say it's the best offense ever, because, I mean, there's plenty of different styles of offense in the NFL. This one is just one I'm super comfortable with, and I know the progressions and what to do when I see certain things. So there is that. So I feel like it would make it a lot easier for me, as opposed to people whose offense is solely based off of exploits. And that was a stupid throw. I should have set my feet, but most of these offenses I see are based off of exploits, or I don't know. It's just crazy. Like, oh yeah, you gotta do this, do that, do this. It's like a formula, where football isn't a formula. It's more of a you take what you're given. You know what I mean? Like, you can put a concept out there, like why shallow cross, but the thing is, if they are giving you the drag, you take the drag. If they give you the dig, you take the dig. If they give you the post, take the post. If they give you that streak or outside out route, that's what you take. But you got to go through your progressions, and that's how you don't miss open receivers. And as you see this, you're gonna see in this game, I take what the defense gives me, and it's nothing super explosive. It's nothing super sexy, but I mean, it is what it is here at this point. See, I take what they give, I dump off to the running back, take my pass. Now, it did take me a hot minute to get it to the running back, but it is what it is. So I do. Ooh, excuse me. It's raining like crazy. Um, it I feel like it's gonna really show, especially if they don't tone it down too much. Um, I feel like it's gonna show that skill gap in players on the offense, at least the guys who can utilize the passing offense with the quicker pass rush. Because even in, I believe it was 20 at the beginning, the pass rush was OP, and I think that's when I started getting into the air raid offense, and then I started realizing, like, oh, okay, I was just going off of these beaters and all this stuff, and it was hard to get those plays off because of the pass rush. But the thing was, once I started getting into like a legitimate offense, and I was like, oh, okay, well, the pass rush being this fast isn't too much of a problem. I mean, obviously it makes things a little harder, but it wasn't too much of a problem. Another thing that I hear is pretty good is the zones and stuff actually work a little bit better, which is nice, especially if they work the way they're supposed to. Now, I don't want everybody to act like Jalen Ramsey. Obviously, the Jalen Ramsey should play more like Jalen Ramsey, where they stick out a little bit more. But at the same time, these are all NFL players. I don't care if it's the worst NFL corner on the block. He's gonna be out of normal people, he is going to be the best person out there by far, all the time. If you're in the NFL, you're good. I don't care if you have a bias. If you're if you're in the NFL, you're good. And there needs to be some sort of NFL type awareness on some of this stuff. Um, so that's a couple of things that I've heard that's pretty good. I'm trying to think. As far as the skill-based passing, I like that. I like that a lot. Um, Definitely helps that you can put the ball exactly where you want to, because there's some of these concepts and stuff that I think would be easier for me, at least, knowing that, okay, well, if I do this, I need to place the ball in this spot. You know, if it's cover two and I'm running um, a post from my H and I have a, you know, underneath coming across the middle as well, I need to fit it in between the safeties, over the linebacker, underneath the safeties. I can do that and not feel um, like Madden's gonna just put it somewhere wild, you know, especially if I have the pocket and all that good stuff. Um, the skill based passing is nice. It seems like it's gonna take some time to get used to, but I kind of like the way they've done it because it seems like it's pretty similar to how you place passes now anyway. Um, I did hear they got rid of the high and low ball, but that will kind of be determined more so about where you place the ball, which is also nice because I think that's going to affect the red zone too. Now, if you have like bigger receivers like Mike Evans or someone like that, um, you'll be able to throw fades to your bigger or more physical receivers, you know, like Julio Jones. You'll be able to put it in a corner on those fades, your tight ends, things like that, your Kelsey's. Um, so that should be nice. Another thing that I think should be interesting is that, you know, the movement system they have seems like it's going to be pretty nice as well. Um, because I noticed where it was one of those things where it's like, you know, people were it was very inconsistent on how you move. I feel like there were times where it's like, you know, if I'm not on the turbo, sometimes my guys cut super sharp and really quick, and sometimes they round stuff out. Um, and it wasn't like you're holding turbo, you're trying to do this, that, and the third. It wasn't always that. It was just like I feel like the movement was very inconsistent, and I liked before when they had a kind of like a modifier with your running where you would hold left stick and then you could do some more intricate moves. And I actually remember I believe it was like Madden 12. I don't know. I can't remember which one it was, where you could chain together a bunch of jukes. So like you could sit there and like juke back and forth the whole way down the field, but it wasn't like a full juke. It was kind of like you're almost stutter stepping. So that seems like it's pretty cool. Side rant. I always think it's kind of weird that people complain that they're bringing stuff back in the game. Um, but those same people will also complain that they're mad that the things are not in the game. So it's just like, look, it's an understood thing that certain, you know, certain functions and things were taken out of the game and aren't in the game. You want them back in the game, they put them back in the game, and you complain that they put them back in the game and try to sound like a new feature. They're gonna have to make some, you know, some people aware that it's back in the game at least. Um, and also you got to remember too that some people that are playing the game now didn't play the game when that stuff was in it. So I mean that is a selling point, as that's part of the mesh I don't like, and I cannot wait until they, like I said, 23. I think a lot of that stuff right there will kind of decline because I've always wanted to be able to put it in a very specific spot where it's like, okay, I can just hit the receiver because I know exactly where he's going to stop. I would just want to throw it directly at the receiver. You know you're going to stop. You know the ball should be there. But anyway, enough of those little side rants. All that's in there. The fact that they're going to try to start putting more physics-based tackling and offensive style stuff in the game too is pretty cool. It's really cool that you can add on to tackles, or you can affect it to the point where you have somebody tackling somebody, you hit them again, and you hit the defender instead of the offensive player, and that frees up the offensive player. I know people are going to get annoyed with it, especially some of these content creators. It seems like most of them, like the big plays, the big sexy plays, but it's like you can't always do that. As far as the standing up and the tackle battles thing, I'm more of a sim guy. Um, that is part of football. You'll see guys, and what happens is you'll see guys on Sundays trying to do too much. Running backs, receivers, they're trying to get too many yards. For example, when the Seahawks played the Steelers, Metcalf is on the sideline, tries to get extra yards, and gets the ball punched out and fumbles, and then the Steelers end up getting the ball back. That stuff happens. When you try to do too much, that stuff is going to happen. But they do have the option of where you don't even have to do the tackle battle and you can just give yourself up. Do that. I know that there's going to be times where you don't even get the chance to just give yourself up. That's also part of football where sometimes, look, I didn't see this guy running, out of my blind spot, and I wanted to hold the ball with two hands, but I didn't get a chance to. I mean, that stuff happens. The fact that people are complaining about it to me is kind of weird, but hey, it is what it is. I get it. You get mad at stuff you can't control. It's like, man, I couldn't even control it. It's like, look, it's football. Sometimes you run, you cut too hard and you tear your ACL. That sucks, but it happens. Or, the guy barely touched the ball and he fumbled it still. I mean, these things happen, man. It's football. Any given Sunday, any carry, you can fumble. People fumble the ball and they don't even get hit sometimes. I know that would be extra annoying in Madden, but it's like, at least you're getting hit. you know. Let me know your comments about it. I don't think I'd really have too much of an issue with it because I think it more so comes down to the fact that, are you going to be trying to fight for extra yards in a huge pile where there's a bunch of people that can take advantage of that, or are you going to be giving up, most of the time when you're around too many defenders? The only time I could see trying to do the tackle battle is if I know, okay, well, even if I beat this, I'm going to have the chance to get away. Or if I know I have Derrick Henry and I got some tiny, cornerback and he's trying to hold me up, I'm going to just do this tackle battle because I know Derrick Henry's too big and I have enough space. So, there is that. All in all, so far from what I'm hearing, it's pretty nice. I like the way they have it set up to where it seems like offense is going to be able to be good still, but defense is finally going to be, good as well. So I don't think there's going to be too many, 50 to 50 games. I feel like as long as the game's around, 21 points, somewhere around there, which is still a pretty good game, should be fine, man. It should be a challenge. I feel like it should be a challenge. You don't want, when games are too easy, they don't become fun, which is why I didn't like this Madden. My record wasn't I had a, 55-45 record because I didn't play too much online. Most of the games I uploaded was the stuff that I showed you guys, but I felt like Madden was too easy on offense. And defense was just kind of like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to stop this stuff because everybody has 5 years in the pocket to throw the ball. But I'm kind of glad that there's going to be a challenge because I think it's really going to show the people who actually have defense, because there's times where I'm watching stuff and, guys have a really good defense set up and it's just there's no time in the pocket, so they have all day to throw the ball. And it's like, of course, you're going to find somebody open when you have 12 years in the pocket. I think it's going to be a little different when you have about 3 seconds to make that decision. I'll even give you 4 seconds to make the decision. It's going to be a little bit difficult, but man, we're going to see. Got about 2.5 months for the game to come out, and there's going to be more and more stuff coming out about more specifics. Hopefully, the franchise is a lot better in this new one. But I'm glad to see that they are making the effort to make a change to the gameplay. I've been seeing a lot of people that are super, you know, negative about it, which I get, but it's like at the same time, if you want the game to be good, you see that they're actually talking about, hey, these are the things we messed up in 22, these are the things that we've listened and we're going to try to fix them. And it seems like they're trying to fix them. That's all I ask. You know, you can't, Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm not going to ask for them to go from a really bad game to like their greatest football game ever in one cycle. They're going to have to build upon what they've created. And another thing is too, if they use a completely different engine, like if they were to use, for instance, the Unreal Engine 5, they're gonna have to redo everything again. So I think the fact that they're using a Frostbite still, or whatever they're using, they're building on it. I think with 23 and what I've heard so far, if they can add on it and they can keep adding on it and make it better and better, I think Madden will be in a good spot in a couple years. But I'm gonna give it time. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing, that they're trying to fix the things that they can so far. And yeah, but let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Madden 23 trailer so far and the beta, if you've been able to play it. Let me know. I would have liked to get a beta, but I wasn't stressing too hard on it because I knew I'm not going to be inside enough to be playing that beta anyway. I'm going to be out skating. That's what I do. I skateboard. I may upload a video of me skateboarding too. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do that. And yeah, so I think I'm going to cut this commentary off right here and just kind of like let the rest of this gameplay play out. Anyway, thank y'all for watching my videos. We're gonna keep pushing to 300. I'm pretty close to 300. I think I'm halfway to 300. Is it 400? I don't even know. Hold up, man. I don't even know where I'm at anymore. That's bad, man. I guess that's pretty bad. I'm looking right now, 300, so close to 400. That's what I meant to say. Trying to get to 400. I think I'll be able to get to 400 in Madden 23 at least. We almost 350 in that little halfway to 4. Y'all get what I mean, the halfway to 4. But I'm focusing on it. 100, or not 100, but 50 or 100 at a time. So thank y'all for watching. Keep on watching, because after I get done talking, like I said, the gameplay is just going to keep going. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And Owen caught it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. That's On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, 33 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. The left side throw complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. On 1st down, Harris. Powers through him. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Looking
get the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. And he will have the Steelers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So this one in the win